Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another video brought to you by SeniorCatWellness.com. If you enjoyed today's presentation and find it informative, please feel free to subscribe to this channel, like the video, and share the content. Today's video subject: Can cats choke on water? Before we begin, let's first take a look at today's topic overview. If your cat chokes after drinking water, it may have drunk it too quickly. Also, check and make sure the water isn't too cold, as it'll be harder to swallow. Your cat may have eaten too much food before drinking, and there wasn't enough room in its stomach. Perhaps your cat's collar is on too tightly, or it has an allergy to a plastic drinking bowl. How important is water and hydration in general? The average 10-pound cat needs roughly 7 to 9 ounces of fresh water per day in order to maintain proper body temperature, digest food, remove waste, and prevent dehydration. And although it can be a bit difficult at times to get cats to drink, the situation can be even more complex if your pet has an issue swallowing liquid. With that said, here are several notable reasons why a feline will gag or choke both during and after consuming water. Let's begin with drinking too fast. Consuming liquid is a process, and although it doesn't seem that way since it does happen so fast, you can overtax the system. We know that. What's that old expression? It went down the wrong pipe? The same can happen to felines. When a cat drinks too fast, the odds of a potential choking hazard increase. Stress, high body temperature, and too much sodium in the body are all notable reasons that can compel a cat to drink at a rapid pace. Next, we have drinking to excess. Similar in many ways to drinking too quickly, sometimes cats will keep returning to the water. If your pet just can't seem to quench its thirst, there could be a greater issue at hand beyond a potential choking risk. The presence of a urinary tract infection, diabetes, hyperthyroidism, renal failure, and Cushing's disease are possible. Moving right along, water that has a foul scent or taste can potentially trigger the gag reflex. While this is a bit more likely when dealing with water out in the wild, it can happen anywhere, as water that simply sits out too long, even in your cat's bowl, can turn rather stale. Additionally, be mindful of where you place your pet's water. If it's a bit too close to your cat's food or litter bowl, the water can quickly become a bit sour due to the scent in the air. What about water that's too cold? While felines do enjoy cold water on a hot day, water that is cool or just under room temperature is more their speed. Cold water can be a bit hard to swallow. This can trigger the gag reflex. Next up, let's talk about the stomach. Is your cat's belly full or empty? Both can create an issue with respect to water consumption. If a cat is full, the water could be rejected. And if a cat is hungry, the liquid could promote the gag reflex, as the stomach was expecting something else. The presence of foreign objects in water can potentially present a significant issue with respect to today's topic. If your cat accidentally swallows something, especially an object that is not meant for consumption, this can lead to gagging and choking. This is a very serious matter and should be treated as an emergency. Now let's transition to pre existing throat obstructions. Anything within the throat that can prevent water from being consumed properly and swallowed without issue. We'll start with hairballs or fur balls, the most common obstruction. This is especially true for long haired felines. Hairballs in and around the mouth can become transferred to the throat during the attempted consumption of water. This can potentially create a blockage, causing the cat to gag, bringing up both the water and the fur. Weekly grooming with a proper brush, comb, or glove can do wonders, ridding your pet of excess fur that could potentially become a choking hazard. Next, we have undigested food. And while some of these occurrences are admittedly quite rare, they can happen. In the case of food, this can occur if food particles remaining in the mouth, potentially stuck on the roof of the mouth, clash with the attempted consumption of water. Elderly felines often struggle to break down hard food with their teeth. This can open the door for a potential blockage. The same is true in the case of meat that has not been completely deboned. Tiny fish or chicken bones can pose a great threat. What about those tight collars? Swallowing water can become a tough task. Gagging and choking can be an unfortunate result. Always make sure that you can slip 2 fingers under the collar. This means the collar is secure, but not restrictive. And finally, the development of polyps and tumors in the ears, nose, and throat, the heart condition known as hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, and respiratory infections and allergies can all make it difficult for a cat to swallow. As you can see, the notable reasons for gagging and choking on water are numerous and extremely wide ranging, from the rarest and essentially harmless and easily resolvable to issues of great concern. If you have any questions or anxieties regarding your cat's health, we advise you, as always, to take your pet to the vet as soon as possible. If your cat is unable to swallow water without gagging or choking, and this has become perpetual, something is definitely wrong. Your job is to be proactive and take the appropriate measures to seek a diagnosis and successful resolution. While there are many things that are simply out of our control as pet owners, there are certain steps that can be taken to ensure the cat and water relationship is the very best that it can be. We offer the following points of advice. Use a safe, non allergenic drinking bowl or water fountain. Offer filtered or bottled water rather than tap water. Ensure the water is at room temperature, cool at the most. Keep any belled collars or flea collars sufficiently loose. Encourage your cat to drink after small meals and avoid feeding your cat a diet that is high in salt. If you would like more information concerning today's subject matter, please click the initial link in the description box below and join us at seniorcatwellness.com. And once again, feel free to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel if this type of content is of interest to you. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later.